oftentimes people who do ayahuasca or DMT or psilocybin, LSD, these types of psychedelics will relax their ego. Their ego will gently dissolve through the use of the substance or the medicine. And then all of a sudden, the ego, which was once holding the Kundalini, like holding it down, repressing it, the ego's not there, then the Kundalini starts flowing. And so it's very common for individuals who've done ayahuasca, LSD, psilocybin, to have a profound Kundalini awakening and then wonder, oh, what is this about? How this energetic and spiritual experience is continuing well beyond, the 3-hour, journey or trip, or 6-hour, 10-hour trip, or 20-minute trip if it's DMT. And why is it continuing? I thought I was just going to take this one night and then it was going to be over. But because the ego is so greatly relaxed through a substance like DMT or ayahuasca, with the ego out of the way, the Kundalini begins to flow. The same way, the more you meditate, the more the ego dissolves, and then the Kundalini starts to awaken and flow. And this can be quite difficult, quite confusing. Sometimes the awakening can be top down, bottom up. Sometimes it starts in the heart and goes up. Sometimes there's all kinds of bizarre experiences as the Kundalini awakens. And so people can have issues with memory loss, issues with their hands and their neurology not working so well, eyes squinting, the loss of appetite. Sometimes depression can arise, anxiety can arise, old wounds can arise well after the psychedelic journey. And so this is a whole other subject, but it's something that I speak about a lot. My weekly satsang, and it's definitely something when I'm working individually with people that I speak about on a daily basis. And again, it's important to have a teacher, it's important to have support, it's important to have someone on your team to help you, guide you through this process, because it can be quite confusing, quite messy. And the individuals who I've worked with long term, who are seriously interested in awakening and integration, when you're committed to the path, then you can have a life that's quite incredible, where you feel vast, spacious emptiness and freedom, clarity of mind, big, open heart, unconditional love flowing through it, and this immense strength within the belly, and a sense of freedom and peace, great freedom and peace. But oftentimes, individuals, they don't value the importance of a teacher or a path. They just want a quick fix thing, and so they try a psychedelic, and then they don't do any of the integration work, and then they keep doing the drug, thinking that the drug is the thing that awakens them. God is the awakener. The drug, the medicine can be a doorway, but eventually you must do your own work. And that's why it's important to be dedicated to a path, to a lineage, a teacher, ultimately to your heart, which will demand of you that you integrate whatever profound experience you've had. And so I thought I'd just share a little bit about that, because so many people come to me who've had spontaneous awakenings, whether it's through yoga, through meditation, whether it's through psychedelic use, or just sometimes God just says, I'm going to wake up in you. And then you're starting to have these kriyas and you're going into weird mental states or spiritual states where your mind feels empty, you have brain fog and bizarre symptoms, or depression is arising, or old wounds. And a lot of people experience the rush of Kundalini purely as anxiety. Anxiety is simply another word for energy. Now sometimes anxiety is emotional energy, but if its nature is spiritual, then it's Kundalini, and it's just rushing up the spine. But an untrained psychologist will diagnose you with an anxiety disorder, where someone who's experienced Kundalini and can help you to discern. Might show you, oh no, this isn't anxiety, this is actually Kundalini. Can you breathe, feel, release, open, and let go? Ultimately, if any of this or all of this has arisen within your consciousness, I encourage you to get some support. And the big teaching is, like I said a moment ago, can you breathe, feel, relax, let go, and trust the process? Breathe, feel, relax, let go, and trust. And the more you do your psychological healing work, so that you don't have these veils and blockages and heaviness and trauma throughout the nervous system, the more easily the Kundalini will flow and integrate and begin to create a more permanent space of spiritual awakening. So anyways, I hope that was helpful. Yeah, just for those of you who are struggling, I get so many emails from people who are struggling. I just want you to know there's help out there in my heart. My heart's with you. Breathe, feel, relax, let go, and trust. Trust that this process is divine, is divine.